Welcome to Motivation at Hand. To know is to know how. Breaking news. Former Arkansas Governor Asa Hutchinson released a statement following the indictment, expressing his belief that Trump has become a distraction and should terminate his campaign. Prior to this revelation, Trump's former vice president, Mike Pence, stated that anyone who prioritizes themselves over the Constitution should never hold the presidency in the United States. Among the most outspoken critics of Trump is former New Jersey Governor Chris Christie. During his campaign event in New Hampshire, Christie described Trump as self-obsessed, unwilling to admit mistakes or faults, and always quick to blame others while taking credit for any successes. Christie's voice represents a perspective that has been absent from the GOP primary, although it appeals to a relatively small audience at this stage. On Thursday night, both Christie and Pence remained silent, while most candidates not only refrained from criticizing Trump but also directed their criticism towards the Justice Department. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, South Carolina Senator Tim Scott, and several congressional Republicans claim that the DOJ has been weaponized against Trump, citing a perceived double standard. DeSantis took to Twitter, denouncing the uneven application of the law based on political affiliation and pledging to hold the DOJ accountable, eliminate political bias, and put an end to its weaponization. Executive Order on Advancing Effective, Accountable Policing and Criminal Justice Practices to Enhance Public Trust and Public Safety. Even Vivek Ramaswamy, a tech entrepreneur and presidential candidate, went so far as to say that he would pardon Trump on his first day in office. Simultaneously, a compelling argument is gaining traction among major GOP candidates, suggesting that Trump is a weak contender for the general election and has cost Republicans victories in the past. DeSantis, as the primary alternative to Trump, has begun emphasizing that the Second Amendment constitutionally limits Trump to serving only 4 more years in office. If the crowded field collectively directs their attention towards Trump and articulates these arguments forcefully, it could potentially sway some maybe Trumpers, especially if the indictment's details prove damaging. However, thus far, candidates have shown reluctance to directly confront the person they aim to defeat for the nomination, largely due to concerns about alienating Trump's base of supporters. The upcoming 2024 election is shaping up to be incredibly unusual. We have a former president who is currently facing 2 indictments, with trials extending over several months. One trial is scheduled for next year in New York, and there are additional potential charges against Trump, including the ongoing case in Georgia regarding his attempt to overturn the election results and another federal criminal investigation into his involvement in the January 6 Capitol riot. Even if Trump is convicted and faces imprisonment, he would still be eligible to run for president and appear on the ballot. However, if he is convicted of a felony, he would be unable to vote in Florida, thanks to Governor DeSantis' strict stance on convicted felons and voting rights. The current situation is undoubtedly peculiar for the country, and it's worth noting that both Trump and Biden, as the 2 oldest candidates in U.S. history, carry significant unpopularity. Through the chaos, stay focused. Much appreciation to you for giving of your time with us at Motivation at Hand. To know is to know how. We trust you will come back soon.